Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So I've got some junk journal kits to share with you guys. I try to do this every year. So once a year I put together a pack of some of my most favourite journal supplies. And it's kind of fun doing it once a year because you see what kind of supplies you're into more later on, if that makes sense. So these packs feature a lot more vintage items because throughout my journey I've just been learning that my favourite supplies are the vintage items, the authentic vintage. So it's like a front and back shown here. So this is the front and here is the back. And I also have a couple other packs as well to share with you, but these two are the junk journal kit. And there were 10, there's only 2 left that you see here. My patrons snapped up quite a few of them. So I've got 2 to share with you guys. And they said just to keep it like a mystery pack. So I'll let you know what's in it though. There's, I just won't pull everything out. There's a pack of papers. It was originally just going to be papers, but then I couldn't help myself and I included some ephemera too. And the original plan was actually to share a lot of the things that I got from my op shop hauls and vintage hauls in Melbourne and to put them in these 10 packs. So that's why you'll see the wallpaper that I got from an antique place. So you get an A4 sized sheet of that and this vintage lace and this vintage fabric. So it's really pretty. You get like a decent amount. These are all folded over and it goes about to here. So but I don't want to pull it all out because it's so pretty. They each come with a William Morris napkin, and then they have some vintage music paper. There's some vintage piano paper back there, some vintage book pages, and then there's some other things I just love. So you can see some botanical pages. There's a bird page. There's an illustrated encyclopedia page, there's some note pages, and there's also 2 paper bags, so you can make your own journal just from this kit. There's also some lined paper, some graph paper from those graph paper packs that I have. I've got 1 left of those as well, which I'll share later on. But you can see there's like a vellum page here, and then you've got your smaller note pages here. There's some craft paper. There's some map paper, some children's illustrated poetry page, and then in between all of that you've also got like your doily, your pattern paper, and I'm just going to show you there's some scrapbook papers, other things, one of those, what are they called, botanical booklet page things, like the pamphlets. And then there's also a packet of ephemera, so this is authentic vintage bridge score sheet, this is authentic vintage library card, there's some flash cards in there, some stickers, index cards, and some other things. Then we've got some charms, some buttons, some paper clips here. I love this bird charm here, and there's a key charm, there's some bulb pins as well in there, so you can kind of see that. I love that blue bird especially. So yes, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. There's like over 70 items. I tried to count loosely, so there's over 70 pieces in here. And then yeah, you can have fun making your own journal with that, or you can pull out different pieces, use them in your own journaling, or create multiple journals, you name it. I also have some of just the wallpaper, so I pulled out some of the wallpaper and cut them into the A4 sheets. Some of these, it goes vertical, some are more horizontal, if that makes sense. You can see the different pattern there, like that. So I've got a bunch of these sheets, love it so much. I made my own wallpaper journal out of these, so I absolutely adore it. And I'm selling these sheets in single sheets. So you can get 1 or 2, you can name your quantity, and those are available too if you just want wallpaper. And then the last thing I have here is one last pack of the graph papers. So I've got my own stash of these as well, and there's just different types of graph paper, some really interesting types, and I just love using these in journals to add that variety. And I especially love this vellum, the red vellum, so you can't tell it's vellum here, but now you can. So really cool. There's between 30 to 40 pages in this one, papers. So I think there's 40 pages, around 40. So there's one left of those. I've sold heaps and heaps of those, and I was just like, okay, one last one, because I do have to keep some for myself. So I am trying a new thing. Rather than putting these up in my Etsy, if you are interested in any of these, just contact me, either email me, Facebook me, or you can message me through Etsy, and that way, yeah, I'm just seeing if that works. That way it just saves me having to take photos and write up a listing description and go through all that on Etsy in the process, and plus there's Etsy fees and all that kind of thing. So I'm just trying this new thing, because so far it's been working well. I've been putting things up on Patreon and Facebook, and that's been working well. So in Australia, people are either transferring by direct deposit, and people overseas are doing PayPal. So it's been working really well, and I just thought I'd try it on my channel too. If it doesn't work, I'll come back on here and let you know that in my Etsy. And you can request me to put it in my Etsy if you prefer as well, if you don't have PayPal or anything like that. So we'll just see how it goes. But I'll leave my email below if you're interested at all. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.